It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoy. Don't ask why, just check out the channel and welcome back to another episode of Jeep Talk. Whoo! Now I know these Jeep Talks go so smoother and it's more repetitive. It happens more often when my son is back home and we're going to school and we're going to work because it's easier to do while we're doing the same schedule every day, Monday through Friday. As you know, for the summer, my son was at his mother's house. Hey, how was living in New York for the summer?
Fun.
It was fun.
Um,
Did you go to any concerts or anything like that? Any parades?
we went to the movie theaters to watch Deadpool Wolverine.
Deadpool Wolverine. How old are you?
7?
Huh?
No, 8.
Okay, 8 years old watching Deadpool, huh? But nah, yeah, I watched the movie too. It was a good movie, right?
It's good.
Right, right. All right. So, what grade are you going to this year?
3rd grade.
Well, I can't hear. Come closer.
3rd grade.
You got your seatbelt on?
Uh-huh.
Good job. Good job. All right. So, this Jeep Talk is episode 30, and it is the first day of class. What are you willing to do to go viral? Um, let's start this. Let's start this thing. Get him to school so he can have his breakfast. And I just wanted to introduce everybody. Because there's some people who just joined the channel or just followed the channel and they didn't really know about Jeep Talk because again over the summer I don't do too many because I'm moving around a lot. But on Jeep Talk, what we do is we go and we have different conversations that is on my mind the night before while I drive my son to school, while I go to work, and there's always a part where it's gonna get fuzzy, but then after like 5-10 minutes it'll clear back up and then it'll be good again. So that's just giving you guys a foresight to what it is. Again, Jeep Talk episode 30, the first day of class. What are you willing to do to go viral? Now, when I say viral, everybody has their own definition. But for me, I consider virality on YouTube at least to have more than, I guess, 20,000 views because typically 90 or something high like 90, 95 or 97% of channels never get a 10,000 view video. So I would put viral down. Again, of course, viral would be different for everyone in the sense of what you're accustomed to getting on your channel. But I would consider viral would be for the typical person between 20,000 views or higher. The reason why is because, like I said, 95% get 10,000 views. 95% don't get 10,000 views. So if you double that, then hey, you can consider that viral. Again, I think that, and I'm going to approach this in a different angle. I think that a lot of us have a idea of a right way and a wrong way to live. I think a lot of us have an idea of, and I'm gonna shout everybody out after a while. I think a lot of us have an idea of the right or wrong way to do something, but there never is a right way or wrong way to do something. What it is that you have to be able to live with the repercussions, consequences, or whatever comes with the desire to go viral on YouTube, on TikTok, or whatever platform, Rumble, whatever platform you're trying to go viral on. The way that you go viral will most likely be the way that you're known for eternity. And you can have a million other videos on something that's totally different, but if you go viral on a particular type of video, that's how you're going to be most likely known by on whether you YouTube, Twitter, whatever. What are you willing to do to go viral? Now this part is up to the individual or ways that doesn't fit their lifestyle. Let me give you guys an example. There are people who are willing to play pranks, right? And walk up to people that are unknowing of the prank. For example, and again, this is not talking about anyone. This is just giving an example. This is just giving an example. There was a prankster once that I watched, and the prankster, his prank was going up to people and pulling up their pants. Yes, I don't listen. In the urban environment, Black America, in the hood, in the neighborhood, whatever you want to call it, in your area, a lot of us still have culture of sagging our pants because it comes from, for us, the hip hop style. So we'll walk around with our pants sag, we'll have our hat to the back. That's just our style. That doesn't make us better or worse than anyone else. That's just a style that we choose to wear because that's the culture that we grew up with and we feel comfortable with. There was a prankster that was going around, and crazy thing is, I believe he might have been either Indian or white, I'm not sure. The race didn't matter as much because anyone would have got the same, or ethnicity didn't matter as much because, or nationality didn't matter as much because anyone would have got the same treatment. And they were going around and picking up people's pants and saying, pull your pants up. This person got hit so hard once that the camera guy had to run out and say, it's a prank, it's a prank. But at that point, it's a prank to them, but it's not a prank to them. But the video got over 7 million views in just a short amount of time. I want to say it was like a month. Like 7 million views in a month. He went viral. Will his jaw heal? Maybe. Will he continue to do the same thing? If that's what his point was. But I cannot be the judge to say, hey, that's a stupid way to go viral, because if he's willing to deal with the consequences, or she's willing to deal with the consequences, who am I to say that what you're doing is wrong? I think I was watching, I forgot who I was watching. There's another, like, I'm in a, that's just speaking in life. So now I'm speaking on a travel content creator base. There are some travel creators who understand that if you want more attention on your channel, because you are a man, you're going to have to find women to put on your channel. It's another Jeep. This is, again, y'all, if you just walk in the room, this is Jeep Talk, episode 30, the first day of class with my little man. What are you willing to do to go viral? Now, as a travel creator, a person who travels and creates content, travel, or a person who just has, like myself, a lifestyle where travel is a big part of it, you have to understand that as a guy, you will not get a lot of views, you will not get a lot of subscribers, you will not get a lot of people watching your videos if you don't have a woman on the channel, if you don't have a woman in the video. It's very unlikely until you've built up a secure fan or supporter base, rather. You will not have a video. It's unlikely that you will have a video that goes viral as a travel content creating guy when it's just you. You can go to as many temples, you can go to as many museums as you want to go to. It will not help you go viral. It will not help you get more attention, because that's the way that it's set up. But if you're putting a woman in it, like a woman just in the video, even if she just walks with you, it doesn't have to be a woman shaking her butt. It doesn't have to be a woman saying things that's like to her. It doesn't have to be a woman, anything like that. But just doing that will increase your accessibility to going viral. But then there are some people who will say, hey, I'm not willing to do that because I don't want a channel that's all about women. Now, is either one right or wrong? No. But again, it's up to one. What are you willing to do to go viral? To me, I could put women, I don't feel as though putting women dancing, like my snacks episodes, I don't feel like putting women dancing on YouTube is something that's against my core principles. I also don't feel as though as having women come with me to the museums or do activities with me is against my core principles. But there's a lot of people who feel as though that's against their core principles. And then they feel as though because they have that idea, they have some kind of moral standard where they believe that, hey, I'm more right than this person who puts women on their channel or who does this with women. But at the end of the day, maybe they're just at this point not willing to go to do to put women. Either they don't either they don't understand marketing, or they're not willing to stray the focus away from what they are saying in particular to the women who might not be as connected to their purpose. Now real quick, I'll be right back. I know people gonna leave. I gotta take my son to his first day of school. We at school right now. Say bye, man.
Bye.
Alright. We're gonna get you an intro, alright? X-Men, I'll be right back, y'all. And then when I come back, we'll get to your comments, alright? Alright, come on, big boy. Ugh. Oh, I ain't got no. Hold up, man. He got the toothpaste on his face. I gotta get some tissue or something. Come here, big boy. Got to wipe the toothpaste off your face. All right, good job. Come here, come here. I used to hate when my parents always. I'll tell you later. Come on. I forgot. Of course, I forgot something. I'm back, y'all. Welcome back to Jeep Talks, episode 30, the first day of class. And of course, I forgot my son's admissions card, but they said it's gonna be okay. That's crazy. Let's see. All right, let me get y'all comments now. Let me see what you guys are saying. And let's get to these comments. All right. Majik, shout out to Majik. What's going on, man? What up with it? What up with it? James, what's up? What up, fam? What up? What up? What up? 4:32 in California. Oh man, it's early, boy. Alex McClendon, what's up? What's up? Free Society, Brick City, stand up. You know how we at, man. Majik says real kings raise new kings. You know it, man. Gotta teach them away, man. Jeffrey, what's up? What's up, though? How am I feeling today? I'm feeling amazing. I would have been feeling better if I would have bought this damn card for my son so he can go to school, but he'll be all right. Let me see. Holson, what's going on, man? Let's see who else in the building. Demaya, what's up? What up? What up? Mr. Dingputt, he says, bro, looks like that's crazy. Let me pull over so I can shout everybody out before we start rolling. We got a lot of time before we got to get to work. You know, we got the road is closed over there too. That's crazy. Oh man, let me pull over real quick so I can get to y'all comments real quick, and then we'll start the journey. Let me see, Mr. Krabs. I have no idea. That's crazy. True, Christine. What's going on, Christine? Amy, what's going on? Giovanni, what it do? Ciao, ciao. Lady K, Jawa off. Okay. Hi, I'm new to this channel. I really like abusing. That's good. I don't do moderators on my channel. Lolly, what's going on? Oh, that's Russian, right? I can't speak Russian. DC, it ain't worth it. It depends who. It really depends. For the individual if it's worth it or not. I am Salik, the Exo, Zuzu. What's going on? Passport Bro, what up, bro? Passport Bro podcast. What it do? I don't really be known for goofy stuff. Oh, I don't really want to be known for goofy stuff. All right. Let me try to touch this. Let me touch on this one right here. You guys know when I see something, I gotta comment on. Let me comment. Here's the issue with the thought of not wanting to be known for goofy stuff. That is a very, for me, I don't want to be known for anything that doesn't represent who I am, but it doesn't have to be exactly what I like. I don't want to be known for just showing my lifestyle and hopefully inspiring others to go live their life to the fullest. Now, in part of that, if what you consider goofy, like what a person considers goofy, could be, because by definition, goofy just means like silly or entertaining or something like that. I think that it's very important that even when you have a message, a strong, powerful message, you need to have some form of entertainment. So you're going to have some quote unquote goofiness in order to capture the audience's attention long enough where you can actually educate them. So that's why I push back a little bit on people saying that I don't want to look goofy. I don't want to look goofy on my channel, because I know to each person they individually think goofy means something else, but for the definition, it's simply entertaining through laughter, and at that matter, yeah. But on the bigger concept, do I want to be like a prankster, or do I want to be a jokester so people only see me as a joke? For example, the court jester back in the day, right? The court jester was known for making jokes that would make everybody laugh. Nobody ever took the court jester serious. But the court jester was literally one of the smartest people. And the court jester, for those that don't know, is something like what comedians are. Some comedians are today, like somebody like Cat Williams, or somebody like Dave Chappelle, or somebody like rest in peace. Oh my God, Richard Pryor, where they're funny, but their funniness comes from telling the truth. And that's kind of what a court jester did back in the day. And they were the funniest ones did back in the day. So it's a matter of understanding how to balance that. Like my life, I feel is all about balance. It's a matter of understanding how to balance doing what you stand for and still being entertaining, and using that to go viral if that's the things, or only allowing content like that to be on your channel to have the opportunity to go viral. So that's right there. DC says Kurt Cash is one of them dudes. He's a white dude who went to Cuba and purposely disrespected the ladies. That video got tons of views. It got millions, like I spoke on that video a while back in the concept of it. But I spoke on the concept of it, not downing Kurt Cash, but saying that for me, this is why I would not go viral that way, because I'm considerate of the people who I know I'm filming. In other words, I don't try, this is for me, I don't try to put any woman, because I have a lot of women on my channel, I don't try to put any women in a negative light on my channel, because I understand that dissuades other women from wanting to be on your channel. In other words, that makes, if I put women on my channel and I'm showing you, like, if I'm showing you guys every chick I smash on my channel, and I'm telling you I smashed her, if I'm going up and there's nothing wrong with recording. Look, if you're in public, there's nothing wrong with a person recording someone without their knowledge. If you're in public, that's what some people consider creep camming. But the reason why there's nothing wrong with it is because it's in public. I move like there's a camera on me at all times. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's not how I do it. But what I'm saying is that, well, that's not how I do it. But there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why I say there's nothing wrong with that is because we live in an environment now where when you pull the camera out, people act different. People act different. And if you want to get a genuine response, a lot of the times, you're going to have to record without people knowing. You're just going to have to, because social media is so big right now. You won't be able. You never know if somebody's fake or real if you only see them in like edited videos. That's why I've done a lot more live videos now, so you guys can see that my edited videos and my live videos are pretty much the same, dead on. But once again, but the thing is that even when recording somebody when they don't know, like kind of like in the, I'm bringing it back to what you said in the Kurt Cass video, and even when doing that, it is your responsibility, if you respect the culture of the places you go, to know what you can and what you cannot put online, because it may hurt the person's chances of whether they're trying to achieve something, or it may actually imprison them. And for someone who is, who's a lot older, I'm 40, I'm not going to knock him, I believe he's like 20, I'm not going to knock him for doing it, but I would tell people why I wouldn't do it. Because I understand that in Cuba, it's a different society from the rest of the world. Therefore, if I put a woman on camera with her offering me services for the night, and I know those services are illegal, or if I put people smoking on camera and then I know they got warrants or they're on probation, or if I put people trying to sell me cigars on camera illegally, knowing that if they get caught, they can do 5 to 20 years in their country, then I'm never going to take that risk. I'm never going to, because again, what are you willing to do to go viral? I'm not willing to jeopardize someone else's life to go viral. It doesn't make me better than anybody. Let's never say that. It doesn't make me worse than or dumber than anybody because I'm not willing to do anything. It just means that my standards are different. And I think we as a people should start telling people, hey, I'm not mad at how you go viral. That's just not how I would do. Versus, hey, yo, you doing all that to go viral, you goofy, or you know what I mean? So that's my thing. Food channels go viral. Yes, some food channels do go viral as well. But then if some people will look at that in a bad way also. Like, hey, what you're doing now with these food channels is you're promoting obesity. And obesity kills. So some people could still see the negative in creating a food channel. There's always someone that can find the negative in anything. But for me, I say it like, hey, if they're willing to take that risk of, being morbidly obese because they have to taste a bunch of few foods, or being only known for like going through food channels, then you have to allow them to be that. Now, will it go viral? It could. It depends what you're willing to do. It depends what you're willing to do, y'all. Megatron, what up? Let's see. Good morning. Salute. TH. Shout 645 in the shot. Do I like? No. Where am I from? I'm from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. But I moved all throughout Essex County. I lived in East Orange at one point. I went to school in Montclair. I lived in Irvington at one point. So I'm basically born and raised in Brick City and Essex County, Newark, New Jersey. Hit the like button. United States, my fault. If you catch watching from somewhere else around the world. Alright, so in about like 10 minutes, the video will get a little shaky, but it'll get a little fuzzy because we're going through the part where it always gets fuzzy. But let's keep talking. Yeah, hit the like button. I appreciate that, y'all. Jose, what's going on? Can I say hello? Oh, the entire pressure. Passport Bro says, Goofy in the urban America not going to respect, and I couldn't go around my favorite rappers known for being interviewing the alphabet community. See, here's the thing. There is a way, I think, that you could interview as a straight heterosexual man. I feel as though there's a way that you could interview people that are in the alphabet community. I hope that's not offensive, I don't know. But that are in the alphabet community, and I say that because I don't know all the letters is there now. and still be considered respectful and still be considered doing it the right way. I've done it before. Not as much as, well, yeah, I've done it before. Because for me, I never had that lack of self-confidence where I feel as though, like, if I'm seen around somebody that might be gay, bisexual, lesbian, queer, or whatever, that people would assume that I'm that same way. I never felt that way. I've been so secure with my sexuality. I've never felt that way. But I understand there are guys that do feel that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I also understand the imagery that it gives sometimes if you're going to a place and you're doing things that may be like something you would do around women, around people who are of that community. So there is a balance for me of how I can move around those situations, but I will. It really depends. If it fit with the narrative, it would fit the opportunity, like something I'm trying to do, I would definitely do it. Like, for example, when I was in Cali, Colombia just recently, I interviewed La Fera. La Fera is an artist from Cartagena who lives in Cali right now. And I asked her, hey, are you a lesbian? Because when you see her, you'll see how she looks. The video comes out Friday. I said, are you a lesbian? Are you heterosexual? What are you? She's like, she doesn't like a title. So I understood that and I respected that. She doesn't want a title of her orientation or her S preference. I mean, so, but that didn't make me feel any type way. And it's the same thing if it's a guy. For me, it's the same thing. It doesn't affect me. But again, I understand especially in the black urban community, it is a tough topic to get around for a lot of people. But you know, for me, I don't see that as something that I'm not willing to do. And if it goes viral, it goes viral. But it just, how you approach things, to me, matter more than the actual things you do. How you approach things. Let me see. Russia, best. What's going on, Ben? Yes, brother. What's going on, man? Maxine, do you know Rwanda? I don't know Rwanda, but I have a great friend who I met from Rwanda. And she's actually she's on my channel a couple times. She did some live videos with me. So super dope woman. She's super tall, thick, man. And I actually she's actually in the Bahamas right now. So I don't know Rwanda, but I know people from Rwanda, and she actually tried to get me to go there. Let me see. Is it okay to be gay? Of course. Nah, you got class, bro. Again, I think you can approach almost any topic with class. And it's gonna get messed up here a little bit, y'all, and then we'll come back 5 minutes later. It'll be better. I'll still be talking throughout it. Glory to the Republic of Texas. Okay, People's Republic. Shout out to Texas in the building, y'all. I went to Houston, really dope. Everybody's telling me I should go to Dallas, but yo, Houston was really dope when I went. You in Miami? No, I'm in New Jersey, y'all. We starting back. My life. It's always been about my life. I've been 2009. It is now 2024, so I've been on YouTube 15th in November. And during the school year, my son lives with me. So when he lives with me, I'm in New Jersey. So I don't travel as much as I did on the summer, where I was traveling like every 2 weeks. But but I remember I used to go to Miami every other weekend, but that's when he wasn't living with me. Let me see. Ukraine is the best. Hey, what's the message? This is what I said. It's gonna be a little choppy. It's gonna be choppy right now, y'all. But we reconnected. Hopefully, it comes out clear in the beginning. Let me see. Yeah, he was hot. Basically, he was snitching. For those that don't know, snitching is what we consider in the black urban community when you tell something about somebody that is supposed to be a secret between you and that person, or something that's supposed to be or assumed to be just known between you and that person. For example, in the Kirk Cass instance, because the women didn't know they were being recorded, when they were talking about it, it was like, hey, you're putting out something that I just wanted us to have and there's nothing illegal with it in most countries. I don't know how Cuba's laws is with that, but in most countries, you can record without people's knowledge in public. And 98% of the countries that I've been to, in 98% of the countries I've been to, it's not illegal to record people without their knowledge in public. In public meaning not public meaning outside or at a park or something like that. So the snitch part comes in when they didn't know they was being recorded. They said something to you expecting it to be personal, and you made it public information. Let me see. Hey, what's going on? On my son was learning Japanese. Konnichiwa. He teaching me a couple words. Konnichiwa. Lewis, what's up? What's up? Myrtle, hey, what's going on, bro? Chicken Burrito in the building. What's going on, Chicken Burrito? Josani, what's up, man? Francais, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Wait, let me see. He says, why Miami if you could go abroad? I mean, a couple years ago. Why did I purchase in Miami? I purchased in Miami because I didn't have enough money at the time to purchase my property I wanted in Mexico or Barranquilla. So, and the places in New Jersey were too expensive. So I purchased in Miami. Now that property has increased in value, and I'm in the process of trying to sell it, and then finally get the place I want in Barranquilla. So that's why Miami. It was let me see. Because it was a stepping. Miami was a place that I could create content also, and it was a stepping stone to being able to afford the place in overseas. Let me see. Sorry, I can't hear read that, and that might be Russian too. Hey Vincent, what's going on? Hold on, police coming, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna have to hide this to police something. Somebody else. Hold up. Let me see if they come immediately going to somebody else. Oh, they went to the other guy. Yeah, they went to the other guy. Cool. That guy was flying. They went to him. All right, cool. Let me see. You, bro. Definitely, bro. Definitely. Listen, I tell you all the time, yo. I'm one of the people that you're most likely to see. Like, you know how you don't see a lot of people unless you live in like a major metropolitan town or something like that. You're not going to see a lot of celebrities or YouTube influencers or just people in general. I'm one of them people that if you travel, you're going to see me. I'm outside. So, and you're most likely either going to meet me in the airport or you're going to meet me in a location where I met a lot of great people, brothers and sisters, and on my journey to Medellin this Labor Day weekend, because a lot of people were traveling. I met a lot of people in the airport. I met a lot of people in Medellin. I met a lot of people when we stopped in Fort Lauderdale. So, yo, man, listen. It's definitely dope. Again, if you ever see me or you think it's somebody that looks like me, because a lot of people that look to make sure it's me, just come up to me and say what's up, y'all. I'm the average person, man, just showing y'all what's possible. And tell me your story. Let me see. Thank you for the stream. I had such a soulful. That's crazy. Chicken Burrito, what's up? What up? All right, and Cyan. All right, yo. So listen, we got about like another 10 minutes as we get to the thing. Welcome again to. And this is gonna clear up now, so it should be clear now. Welcome back to Jeep Talks, episode 30. The first day of class. What are you willing to do to go viral? Now, the reason why I connected the first day of class is a double entendre. One, because my son's first day of school was today. As you guys know, Catholic schools and private schools, they start later than regular schools. So, and my son goes to private school. So, he started his first day of class today. He in 3rd grade. Shout out to Xavier. My daughter started her first day of class yesterday. Shout out to Mia. Now I gotta get some clothes too. Also, a lot of people believe that someone else's idea of class should be what everyone considers class, and to me, not. To me, everyone, what they determine as class is based on the culture they was raised in, is based on how their parents taught them and everything. Because, for example, if you go to Ethiopia, right, and you want a meal, the people sit on the ground and they eat with their hands, and there's no plates, there's no utensils, there's only a cup to drink something out of, and they eat with their hands. For people in the United States, because of our culture, they would call it classless. But does it make it classless, or does it make it just their tradition? That's one of the easiest ways that I can explain how class is not universal. So if someone is going viral for talking, if someone is going viral because they are talking negative about a sex or a group of people as just one thing, like maybe you got a bunch of women and the women, they hate men, and all they do is they have a show and they talk about the bad things men do, and they point out all the bad things that men are doing around the world. Am I looking down on that because I don't feel as though that's inclusive? Am I saying that's classless? No. That's just what they feel as though they're willing to do to go viral. They're willing to do to go viral. There are a ton of people who dislike people recording without people's knowledge. They're like, these creep cameras are the reason why YouTube is so bad right now. These creep cameras are the reason why the different countries we go to are bad right now. All these creep cameras are blowing everything up. Back in my day, we just kept our mouth shut. That's one way to feel. But then I can feel the other way too. Yo, we out here struggling in the States, bro. Most people can't buy no house in the United States. They can't afford a house right now. Most people can't afford to pay their bills. Most people are back on their credit cards right now. So because I know a way how to get around that system by maybe investing in multifamily real estate or going overseas and getting a property for 1/3 of the price and using your American dollars in different countries, or going overseas where the women may treat you better because you're a United States citizen? Am I supposed to not show you and tell you this and let you just suffer when I have this information? Again, neither one of the sides of the coin is better than the other. It's just two sides of the coin. One person who believes that these videos, these creep cam videos, and the YouTubers and TikTokers are ruining the world, and one person who think these TikTokers and YouTubers and influencers are showing the way for the hopeless. Again, y'all, first day of class. Class is not determined. Class is not a universal thing. It just depends on the person. Yo, Ben Davis is going on, man. Yo, bro, a huge hello from the UK. Shout out to UK in the building. Again, I've been watching shows. I hear the UK and France are both going through some financial troubles. I don't know, but I see people in the UK doing good. Again, so maybe again, everybody has a different opinion of things, man. Shout out to Majoria. Hey Ken. HGB says, have you learned the difference between finance and economics yet? What do you mean? Finance and economics. Economics is how businesses, how a world, how a place is run, and finance is the money and how you spend the money. So when I said that, and I know what he's referring to before the thing cut off, I had to go to the plane, that you got to know the economics of the place. It was simply, you have to know what things cost and how things move around in the place if you're going to have a woman there that you're going to get giving money to. If you don't know the economics, then she can tell you anything about the finances, about what finances more related to how much money she makes or how she spends her money. That has nothing to do with knowing the cost of the things in that area. You got to know the cost of the things in that area, so when she tells you a price, she's not just blowing your mind. If I know for a fact, because I've asked 3 or 4 women, that is the rent, or the typical rent in your country is only 600 Colombian, 600,000 or 600 mil or 600,000 Colombian pesos a month. If you tell me that in your finances you need $1 million to get a house, then I know that's not it's not right. It's not right, because you're saying your finances you need $1 million, but everybody else says the economy says you only need 600,000 for a house. So it's crazy because I mean, yo, bro, these women, man, I've seen a lot, man. I was so upset. We've been talking for a minute, so that we got off of that. You guys got any questions about anything? As long as I can answer them on YouTube without getting the video taken down, I'll answer them. But we're just gonna go into, I just got back from Medellin, Colombia. We're gonna go into some things that I learned when I was there, and how things work. While we got another 20 minutes before we get to work. So I was I appreciate that, AG. I was under the influence that, and here's where again cultural differences is crazy, y'all. I was under the influence that because I met a police officer in Colombia, and I kicked it with a police officer in Colombia, and she was feeling your boy, and she didn't ask your boy for any money while I was there. Well, she didn't ask your boy for any kind of gifts for her time when we hung out. I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she's a police officer. I could try to vet her to work on the legacy. But never judge your experience with a woman overseas or anywhere in the world off the first encounter. Never. Take note of what happens on the first encounter, but never judge the experience with a woman overseas or in the States on the first encounter. Because after that first encounter, I got multiple calls with issues that she had. Now, in the beginning, she didn't specifically ask for any money. But as men, when a woman begins to mention all of these issues that she has that's going on, as far as, oh, my mother is not feeling good. Snap, takes a picture of her mother, sends it to me. Oh, we can't pay rent. We're running low on rent. I'm behind rent. They're going to kick us out. Boom. Says, hey, this is how much the rent is. Well, now I start to say, okay, but you're a police officer. You act like, I wouldn't believe her if she just said she was a police officer. But when I met her, she was in uniform with other police outside monitoring parking areas. She was with other police in uniform on her TikTok. She got herself in uniform at the police station. So I'm considered, okay, she's a police officer. But then she starts saying, well, I don't get paid to this day, and they pay like this. And I'm like, wait a minute. Either you're this bad with budgeting your finances, or you're trying to come up on someone who has already shown you that, hey, if you don't ask, I'll get you stuff. But unfortunately, it didn't work out, so I had to exonerate her. I had to block the police officer in Medellin. Again, it's a cultural thing, y'all. It's not, class is different, because in the United States, I don't know any woman police officer or any male police officer that in the course of dating would be so broke that they would, or any female, that they would be asking the person they're dating for money. It's just a different culture. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good. It's the classless. I'm just saying it's a different culture. But everything works for a reason, because I was lucky enough to meet this paramedic who wants to be a doctor, who's going to school right now towards that. And the first experience was amazing. The first experience was so amazing that I actually canceled out on the cop the next day, and I spent the second day with her. So the second experience was amazing. Like, I realized that from what I'm learning from this vetting process of vetting women overseas, as you know, I'm trying to build a legacy in Colombia, and I'm trying to build a legacy in Cuba. And what I'm through this vetting process of vetting women is that there are certain things that a woman does when she's with you that will show you that she really is into you. And I've known this in the States. I'm pretty good with women in the States. But it's more apparent in Colombia for me, and Cuba for me, when you walking down the street and a woman like slides her arm under your arm. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're sitting in the movie theater watching the movie, and a woman grabs your hand and puts your hand on her thigh. It's like stuff like that. It's like it's a natural reaction to, and a lot of people call it feminine traits, but I don't know if I want to call it a feminine trait, versus a a, a way that they've been taught through experiences from maybe their parents or someone else that works. I don't want to call it a feminine trait because there's things that men do that's similar to that. Like, for example, whenever I was walking with my and mind you, the woman I'm talking, she's Jamaican Colombian. Every time I was walking with the Jamaican Colombian woman, I hung out with, and we was going by the streets, I would normally just go to the outside because I was always taught, and I don't know if it's a masculine thing, I was always taught when you're walking with a woman, stand on the outside closest to the street. And the reason why I was taught this is because, one, if someone tries to grab her and rob her on a moto or just running past and run, they got to come through you first if they're on the street. So they can't just grab her bag and run off. They can't just grab her wallet and run off. They got to cut through you. I was also if there's a car or a puddle on the side of the road and you're walking on the outside as a man, you'll get splashed and she'll get covered some, or you have time to maybe push her out of the way so that the car doesn't hit her. So this is just something that I was taught. I don't think this is a masculine trait. I think this is just something that I was taught as a boy growing up. I mean, so that's why I don't want to say when women do certain things like put their hand on your lap or oh my God, this was just so, I know it's a culture thing. This was so, like, I didn't notice it at first, but then I started noticing it. Now, she is Colombian. She speaks Spanish completely. She also speaks Patois, and she speaks a lot of English. However, when a Colombian person came up to me, whenever a Colombian person came up to me, speaking Spanish to try to have a conversation with me while I was with her, whether it was a guy, whether it was a girl, whether it was somebody in the business, she would look at me as if, and this is traits that I've learned that I'm adding to my vetting process. She would look at me as if, okay, I know you don't know Spanish, but I'm not going to start talking until you ask me to start talking. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys get it. I don't know if you guys get it. Some of you guys might not get it, but there was something in the fact that, and this is probably going to sound very male chauvinist or not. There was something behind the fact of the woman trying to, I don't want to say oh my God, if this comes off wrong, Mom, my bad, y'all. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it because this is the only way I can explain it that people would know. I feel as though, even though she knew Spanish and she knew my Spanish wasn't great, when people that came up to me to talk to me, she was like, yo, I'm looking at you to get your permission to speak. Or I'm waiting for you to speak, and then if you look at me for assistance, I'll jump in to help. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and be quiet. Now, I listen, I'm not saying that's the way, listen, I'm not saying that's the way all women should be. I'm not saying that's the way that you should look for a woman. But in this vetting process, I think that really stood out to me. Like, you know I don't speak Spanish, but you don't want to say nothing. Like, somebody asks me a question, you're not trying to talk over me to answer it. So that was something that, like, I kind of want to add to it. I don't think it's a necessarily thing that, like, it has to be there, but it was just like, yo, that's crazy. It was crazy. Now, I mean, have I seen that? I've had something like in a relationship. I've had that before in a relationship, but I've had a couple times in a relationship. But even but the fact that we're not in a relationship, that was like, yo, that's okay. Mark it off. Got that. That's something I want to add to the repertoire when I'm looking for vetting. Again, it took me 7 years, y'all, to vet the woman in Cuba, in order to decide that I wanted to build a legacy with her, versus Colombia, which is a lot more difficult, but some women do make it a lot easier. We finally got to the job. We got about 10 minutes left, so let me get to y'all comments real quick. Okay. So you're correct. Okay. All they see is cash, yo. I don't think all of them. Oh, let me also tell you this. So in Medellin, I think it's a lot more difficult than other parts of Colombia to find a woman who won't be cash first. However, a lot of the women in Medellin are not from Medellin. For example, the woman who was on my videos, she's actually from San Andreas, but she just goes to school in Medellin because the school is the better there for her doctorate she wants to get, and for paramedic and everything. So, can you find these women in Medellin? You can. Do they necessarily mean they'll be from Medellin? No, not really. But there are women who are not all about cash in Medellin. There are a lot of women who are not. I'm not gonna say the majority. I'm gonna say there are a lot of women who are not all about cash in Medellin. But a lot of them are not from Medellin. They just live in Medellin. Chicken Burrito says average American chicks barely getting them by. Them women need their man on a different level. That could be a difference. 215 in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Let respect. What's going on? HG says, is it lines with a feminine trait submitting to your masculinity and protection? See, yeah. See, yeah. I mean, I don't want to touch that subject, bro. YouTube is going crazy right now. Sly says, you thinking about it too much, G. No, dog. I tell people all the time, it took a lot for me to get to where I'm at financially. A lot. I was able to track it since the 15 years I've been on YouTube, but even before that, I've been working since I was 14 years old, y'all. 14. It took a lot to get here. So when you got to go through all that to get there, you're very, very cautious. You're very, very cautious where how you plan out to spend your money. Like $50, $60, I could lose that. I lost money to the cop. Like I sent her money. I sent her like $40 once. And I sent her money, and I sent the money to buy some stuff that she never gave me. So yeah, you're going to lose out. You're going to lose out. But thinking about it too much is what saves you from losing out a lot. Because a lot of people are like, I sent it to you. I sent it to you, and then they don't understand that what they're doing until it's too late, and they look back and like, damn, I spent like $500 on this chick, and I ain't seen her once. Or I spent $1,000 on her, and I ain't seen her at all. So for me, I'd rather think too much than think too little rather. Sly said, who's cares about all that? Some men don't think enough. Let him get his thoughts off. Yeah, man, that's how it is, y'all. Trey, what up, man? I get it completely. Window seats only. My chick was doing the same thing in the resort in DR, dog. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Like, is it a necessary trait for me? Not necessarily, because I understand the logic, and I don't speak Spanish that well. I speak it pretty good, actually. But let me correct myself. I don't speak Spanish as good as she does. So I understand the logic of if someone asks me a question and I look puzzled, her jumping in and going in. But even when I look puzzled, like, she wouldn't just jump in. She would look at me and tap me like this, and I look at her like, yeah, talk to him. And then she'll go talking. It's so like, it was dope, bro. It was dope, man. Again, I think that's part of her being raised on the island, because she's from San Andreas. So I think that's part of her being raised on the island. R-Dub, what's going on? Do you miss Cali women? I actually had a talk with shout out to Lily. I actually had a talk with Lily earlier. I really like Lily, but the thing with Lily is that Lily doesn't want any more children. She's a businesswoman. She doesn't want any more children, but if you don't want any more children, we're not gonna be able to keep on that lovers under the wing type vibe, because I don't want to drag you along with this process if that's not what you want. And she was really like, you know what, cool, I'm with it, we could be friends, and that's that. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to really get into conversation with the thick Cali woman that you guys seen that a lot of people like from the videos. Angie, I didn't really get a chance to really connect with her on the understanding what I really desire, but we spoke about it. We definitely spoke about it. But like, to go deep into it, I would definitely have to spend more time with her, and I'm willing to spend more time with her because, again, just because I met this amazing woman in Medellin, and I think that it's always best to have 2 or 3 to vet to find out that one, because as different people do different stuff, you'll realize, okay, I could deal with this more than I could deal with this, or I like this more than I like this, and you'll find some middle ground, and whoever's closer to the middle, that's who I plan on going with. It doesn't have to be a fast thing. It doesn't have to be a I need to start my legacy right now. For example, like my friend who I just met, she was like, she doesn't really want to have kids until she's at least starting her last doctorate thing. She graduates in November, but she doesn't want to start having kids until that. So then I know I can. It's a year to 2 year span. Can I wait that long? Maybe. Yes. Um, versus maybe the woman in Cali who may not have any children yet, and she's a little bit older, and she might be ready to go that route. So it's just like I said, it's weighing out the pros and cons and seeing who's closer to the middle of where you're at. So do I miss Cali women? I don't miss them, but I would definitely love to get to know Angie more, and even the one that I had fun. I had so much fun with her. We had so much fun. We had so much fun. The one that I went to Cafe Mi Tierra with. We had so much fun. So, Marcella, my fault. We had so much fun. So I would I don't plan on trying to go find new ones when I go places, y'all. Like I've done this stuff already. I don't plan to find new women every single time I go somewhere. I do plan on getting a snack, at least one snack, every single time I go to Colombia or go to Cuba. I do plan on getting one snack because I want that to be part of the journey. But I don't necessarily plan to try to find new women who I'm going to invest in, who I plan on investing. I feel like just going back to the ones that I got that I could keep vetting out until either they say they're not interested or until I see something that just breaks the mold. So yeah, Boss One, what's going on? Jordan, the OG, what's up, Jordan? Trill, every woman is about cash one way or another. Doesn't she meet your need is the question. I think cash is important to every woman. Are they only about cash? No, I don't think so. But I think most women have cash at a certain level that's high. Depending on how high they have cash, I think that's going to depend on whether or not I can vibe out with them. Russell, did the chase? Oh no, I didn't do chase money. I got houses. I can't do it for that. But I mean, that was dope, bro. I mean, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it. Have YouTube trying to, you know what I mean? Dilmer Slash, I respect that. Yeah, information on Cali. I do still have a Black Man's Guide to Cali that has all information you're gonna need for Petronio Alvarez. It is behind the membership, unfortunately, because they deleted my #1 Black Man's Guide to Cartagena, and I didn't want to risk anything. But you can go check that out, or you can just hit me on Instagram. I'm going to start getting back to a lot of Instagram comments. I had to pause because when I'm overseas, I don't get to any Instagram comments unless you're there and you're saying you want to meet up. Like I met a lot of people who was like send me a DM, say Medellin, I'm here, let's link up. I met a lot of people that way on this trip. But when I'm overseas, I don't check any, because I like to really look at people's messages, read them, and try to give them the information they require. So you can hit me up on Instagram, the same name as the Flyboy Way, or you can watch the guide or watch the playlist from Cali to get more information on Cali. You got to be down there at least 3 weeks to find the one you like. I don't think it's 3 weeks in a row. Again, I think it's a consistent amount of time, y'all. I don't think you can just be down there 3 weeks once and say, oh, I really like her. Because when you leave and you come back, she could be a different woman. I feel as though you have to be down there and then leave and then come back and then be down there and then leave and then come back. Because now you can get how she changes, or if she changes when you're gone. Like, I asked the I'm gonna call Jamaica Shauna. I asked the woman I just met, how often, if I was if would you have a kid with a foreigner? She said yes. She said, but he would have to be here often. And I asked her, well, how often is enough for you to have somebody to be here? She said, well, if he comes once a month, if he comes here once a month for a week, that could work. Or once every other month for a week, that could work. But it would need to have to be at least once every other month for a week, or every other month for a weekend, or every month for a weekend. And I said, oh, okay. Now I'm trying to understand, like, how can I work it out? And I believe I can work it out. So I can get more into that. But it is important that you're not just there for a month and then leave and then come back 2-3 months later and expect everything to be the same. The way you really know a woman is if you meet her and you leave, and you come back, you hang out with her again. She's the same. You meet her and you leave, and then she gets into the schedule of understanding how often you go to the country. My opinion. Um, let me see. I got like 5 minutes. Would you wife a woman from Colombia who works every now and then to pay for school and rent, or who's every now and then? Me personally, I'm not wifing, meaning only dealing with one woman ever. It's not in my genetics. It's not in my genetics to only be with one woman. Would I could take a woman seriously who does that? Like, would I be able to? It really depends, y'all. The reason why I say that is because I've dealt with women who were models on like OnlyFans, and they're not really OnlyFans because OnlyFans is not legal in Colombia. But I just don't want to tell you the site they're on. I've dealt with women who are models like that, they do stuff like OnlyFans on their actual Colombia, and I was able to kick it with them and understand it. Now, could I be with a woman who consistently works and sells her body for? I don't think so. I can't see it. I can't see it because it would now if she says she does it once in a while, depends on the country. Colombia, no. Brazil, no. Cuba, yes. And the reason why I say Cuba, if she says she does it once in a while, is because Cuba's a different animal. But it would have to be. It would have to be really considerate. She would have to have everything else going right for her, and it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee like any woman that doesn't know. She would have to have a lot of other stuff on the list that I need to be in the middle. What's the biggest hole you ever dug? Taxes. What's the biggest hole I ever dug? Credit card debt. I have like 40,000 in credit card debt. Let me see, you got like 3 minutes left. We'll turn this up. Vince Stevens says, yo, got that part. Debbie, good morning, Debbie. If I don't get your comments, or just read the messages. Sly says, how does the Cuban woman feel about the legacy in Colombia? She accepts it. She accepts it. She doesn't. I don't want to say she dislikes it, but she understands because I'm always, when I vet women, I'll show them my channel. I break down what I'm doing, but how I treat them is so respectful and so appreciated by them that and not just giving them money, but like learning their language, speaking with them, meeting their parents, that they are willing to allow me to do certain things that I want to do. So she's comfortable with it, and says she's comfortable with it. The White Sox Park is beautiful. I'm just saying. Antoine says, much respect. I appreciate it, Antoine. Electric, what's going on? Born Hustler. When's the next time you're going back to Colombia with an O? I actually don't know. I need to go to Cuba first again before I go back to Colombia. Now that I'm vetting a woman in Medellin, as much as I want to go to Barranquilla next when I go to Colombia, I might return back to Medellin. I know in February I'm going to be in Medellin. Actually, I do know in February I'm going to be in Medellin because my brother King James, my homie King James, is having a birthday party in Medellin. So I know February I'll be in Medellin. But aside from that, I think I'll be in Cuba in October if my brother doesn't, my brother Mel doesn't decide to do something for his birthday. How is the Afro Latino women treating brothers in Cali? You guys, you got to check out my videos I just dropped from Cali. I can't say how they treat everybody else, but you can see firsthand how they were treating your brother. Yeah. The Wrangler or the Gladiator. This is the Rubicon, my G. We in the Rubicon. Big boy status, y'all. Big boy status. Let me move a little bit so we can get to work. Man, bro. Yikes. Yeesh, ate some bad food in Cali. I tell you, man. Tear brother up. Let me see. Sounds like you want to make broken homes. Again, everyone's idea of a broken home is different. I think a broken home is when you have no father or mother in your life. I come from a broken home. My father wasn't in my life at all. My mother, she was the main sole provider. Her, my grandparents, and my aunts, they helped me out the most. My mother, she had her situation with her going to the hospital, but overall, that was that. But I think a broken home is when you don't have anybody at all. I had a male figure. I had my grandfather. I had my uncles. So I had male figures. Um, but some people do believe that if you're not married, if you're not in a relationship, if you're not um, together in the same house, this comes as a broken home. But I think that's just an American standard, United States standard rather. Let me see. God bless you and family. Appreciate it. Wet, wet. Pause. Rain. Once I hit Columbia, I know you don't pull no baddies out here. Rain Cloud. I don't know if you're still here, but I have a whole 100 videos in Miami Beach, man. Come on, man. You can go watch that. TG3, what's going on? Haha, perfect timing.
Yep.
Thanks. I have over 100 videos in Miami Beach with baddies. Maybe not 100 with baddies, but over 100 videos. At least 40 of them with baddies that are with me hanging out. Again, I'm not going to tell you which ones I knocked down and which ones I didn't, but you can get the gist of it. It's always easier to do the research before speaking. Taiwan Ross, what's going on? Tag you. Jim again. God bless and say, have a wonderful birthday. All right, we're going to end this soon. What's going on, Russian Lord? Lord Bridges, Rain Cloud. He talking about the country Columbia. Yeah. No, yeah. What's going on, man? All right. Seabird Birdies. Let me see. Are you agreed? I don't speak on other people's business. I think a lot of stuff that went happen over there was wrong, but I don't speak on other people's business. Not my thing. Yo, bro, find me a girlfriend, bro. I am not a love matcher, bro. I think Rio Carnival, or Barranquilla Carnival in February, bro. Now, Barranquilla Carnival and Rio Carnival are usually around the same time. I just haven't decided. I definitely want to go back to Barranquilla, but I don't know how close King James Medellin party is to Barranquilla to see if I want to go. But I appreciate everybody for joining live. It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's TheFlyBoyway. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And this has been Jeep Talk episode 30, the first day of class. What are you willing to do to go viral? And I'm out. Peace. I'll see you on the next video.